It's the God and Game podcast. So I was sitting there thinking, about being in the middle, just thinking about the middle, like being positioned in the middle. And I mean, in just some form of fashion. And so I was like, is there ever a good time to just be in the middle? And really, like, the first thing that came to my mind was I remember when I was a kid and all of my cousins would go stay at my grandmother's house, on at certain times or whatever. And how it was set up, all the girls will get like the comfortable places, like the extra bed, the couch bed, or something like that, and the boys will get the floor, right? And sometimes it get cold at night around there. You got the ceiling fan, and it's cold, and there's one blanket, and so I decided, you know what? It'd be good if I just get in the middle of everybody. So no matter who's pulling the cover, I still got cover. Now, to me, that's one of the few times where it's good to be in the middle. Outside of that, nah, that's going to drive you crazy. Like, think about this. Think about the middle class, right? You have the lower class, I guess, the middle class, and then the upper class. And so in the middle, you don't want to go down. You're struggling trying to get up. And so you just want to get out of the middle. Then on top of that, where does everybody pull that resource? The upper class is pulling from the middle class resources and they keep it. And then you have the folks that pull from the middle class and give it to the lower class. And you're like, man, what the crap, man? In the middle. I don't think the middle is ever a good place to be. Like, pick a side, up or down, right or left, something like that. But in the middle, it's just not good. So I was just really thinking about that. Like, even me, I'm a middle child. And everybody knows about the middle child. The middle child gets lost in the sauce, right? The middle child is like the one that gets looked over. And there are some benefits to that. Nobody's paying attention to you, so you're free to roam the country. You know, that's kind of good. But you also get kind of neglected. You just kind of learn to just fend for yourself sometimes as a middle child. Um, but I think one of the worst places to be is on the fence, right? With the word, which is Jesus, and the world. So I remember I had to make this call myself. I was like, you know what? I do enjoy some things like being out here, wilding out, drinking, hanging, and just whatever. But I can feel the pull of Jesus on my life. And I was in the middle and it was driving me crazy. So I just decided, like, you know what, man, you got to make a decision. And I can clearly remember the day that I just said, you know what, I can't do this no more. So one day I was talking to one of my friends and I'm just kind of laying into him about how he's living and, what he's trying to do in life. And I'm telling him, like, listen, you can't, expect God to bless you and you want to live how you want to live. But at the same time, it's like the Holy Spirit told me, like, yo, you sitting here, you got, like, I don't remember the sizes, whatever, the small bottle, you got your little pint or whatever of Hennessy and your little 22 ounce Miller Genuine Draft. I remember that's how long ago it was. I don't even know if they make those anymore. But who are you to tell this man So at that point, I had to make a call like, yo, you know what? Let me let me step back and make a decision on how I want to do this, because I can't just sit here and try to walk this walk with the Lord knowing I'm kind of half stepping myself. I'm not all in. Now, we don't perfect ourselves, but you still got to like make a choice to get out of the middle. And so people look at me now and they're like, yo, how do you, how are you walking like that with the Lord? How you be hearing this stuff from the Lord, and how, this, that, and the other? It's really because I chose to get out of the middle and I said yes to Jesus, and I decided like, look, I don't know what I'm doing along this walk. All I know is you know what's best for me, Lord. So I'm gonna walk with you, and whatever you want to reveal to me, wherever you want to take me, wherever you want me to go, I'm gonna do my best to be obedient the first time and go. And and it hasn't been easy. It's not easy, but it's better than being in the middle. And so that's like, and you could take that with a whole lot of other stuff, like even your relationships with your spouse or something like that, or somebody, or a potential spouse. Like I can remember the time when, me and my wife, we were like, you know, we were close to the edge. And I remember talking to the Lord about it. And he asked me, he was like, what do you want? You know, because you keep saying you want to honor me with your life and this, that, and the other. But I don't know if you still, I don't know, do you want to be married to her? And I had to sit and reflect and think about it. And I said, Lord, yes, I'm getting off the fence. So I'm coming with some unconditional love. So I I'm coming with unconditional love towards my wife. It's not about her and who she is. She doesn't have to act a certain way or be a certain way for me to love her. I'm loving her because I choose to myself, not because of anything she does, because now I'm out of the middle. I have picked a side. I have picked the side of being married to her unconditionally. That takes the pressure off myself. That takes the pressure off of her. So no matter what, I'm in it for the long haul. It's me and her, and I'm gonna keep fighting it. I'm gonna keep fighting, for my union with her, because that's what I want. That's my desire. That's what I'm after. You know, I love her as my wife, and that's what I'm going. I'm getting out of the middle. So really, if you find yourself having certain struggles in your life and everything is being complicated, then you might want to just get out of the middle. That's God and games.